Yo, bendición, santo. So I was speaking to an Olocha friend of mine, and the topic of Odu had come up, and I was speaking to this individual about different Odus that they have within their Ita. And I gave some information about how this Odu or that Odu speaks of greatness, that this person has already achieved greatness, or they will achieve greatness, or they will be great. Now, great is a very subjective term, but speaks of king reigning and greatness. And my friend told me, straight up, I don't know what the fuck greatness the Santo talking about, because ain't nothing fucking great in my life. Everything's always fucking backwards. So I don't know why the Santos always talk about greatness. It has been however many years, and shit still ain't right. Moldopue? Okay. To which, what came to mind for me is how subjective the word greatness is. When we hear things from Odu, oh, the Santo says, or Maita says, I'm supposed to be great. I'm supposed to do big things. Let's analyze that. To a pauper, to a beggar, greatness is a warm meal and a warm place to rest your head at the end of the day. And maybe a couple dollars that someone, maybe someone put a 20 in your cup while you were begging on the side of the road. To a king, greatness is not only being the king of your land, but king of other people's lands, and maybe king of the world. You get what I'm saying? To a nurse, greatness is being a doctor. To a doctor, greatness is being the director of the floor. To the director of the floor, greatness is being the owner of the hospital. And I can give many different examples, but I'm sure you get my point. So I tried to explain to this friend of mine, hey, you got food in your stomach, a roof over your head, your bills are paid, you're struggling, but your bills are paid. Maybe that's your greatness. I don't know. For me, I live very minimalistically. Greatness for me, because I was not told in my thought nothing about me being great, nothing. Like, you may think, oh, El Conquistador, he must have all these god kids and be super successful, and his life must be just grand. No, I live in a little room, and all my dreams, none of my dreams came true. I'm a fucking failed music artist. Nothing that I wanted in my life has come to pass. Pero everything that I need in my life is here. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my stomach. As you can see, I definitely don't look like I did back in my Chango music video. I have work. And I have a car that's 4 wheels and an engine. For me, I have achieved greatness. Why? Because shit could have gone a lot worse. I could still be living in my mama's house and, still putting in thousands of dollars for music videos and getting nowhere. So for me, my life is as great as it's going to be. I think a lot of times when people think of greatness, when Santeros think of greatness, they think of I'm gonna be the next friggin' Aurora Lamar, and I'm gonna have thousands of god kids, and I'm gonna be working Santo. Even that's come to zero fruition in my personal life. When I started Ocha, I'm thinking yo, man, I have such a passion and a fervor for Ocha. Certainly the Santo's gonna tell me that this was meant for me, and I'm gonna sing for the Santo, and I'm gonna be an incredible padrino, and I'm going to learn so much from my elders, and I'm just going to be like freaking Aurora Lamar, and I'm just going to have a grand old house, and everybody's going to be happy, and we're all going to live happily ever after. Ain't none of that shit pan out for me. None of it. All of my personal goals and dreams have turned to shit, and all of my religious goals and dreams have turned to shit. And I'm just a lonely guy in a room who lives every day like a hamster on a wheel paying his bills. That's my life. Now, you could look at that and be like, well, shit. El Conquistador, when you put it like that, your life's kind of shitty, and you got the raw end of the deal. Your religious life ain't shit. Your personal life ain't shit. All your dreams, they fell through. How I look at it as, all those things, yeah. It sucks. My life is definitely not where I thought it would be, and definitely not where I've ever wanted it to be. But greatness. Let's keep things into perspective. I may not be where I want to be, but I thank God I'm not where I used to be. I may not be who I want to be, but I thank God I'm not who I used to be. I'm more mature. I see things through a different lens. I remind myself every single day of my life that I have more than many, many people in this world. I don't have to beg anybody for anything. I lend and I do not borrow. And I may not have a castle, but in this little room that I live in, I am the king of this castle. I am the head and not the tail, as Joel Osteen would say. So, if I want to go get something to eat, I don't have to deny myself. If I wanted a freaking PlayStation 5, I could go and swipe my credit card and be comfortable. So I have a lot more than many people have in this world, comparatively so. Do I live paycheck to paycheck? Hell yeah. Like many, many others. Do I live in a house? Nope, I live in a room. But to a pauper, greatness is having a place to live and a warm meal. Mafedefun Obatala, Mafedefun Ochun and Egun and everything and everyone that walks with me, that I don't have to beg anybody for anything. I have a regular job. That's nothing special. And my bills get paid, and I have enough to have stability. To a king, if you tell to a king, to a prince, greatness is being king. To a king, greatness is being ruler of the world. I'm content with where I am, and I just tried to explain this. Going back to the whole beginning of this video, I tried to relay this back to my Olocha friend and to say, like, greatness, if the Santo speaks of you being great or achieving greatness, I think when we think of greatness, we think of fame, we think of riches. That's what I think when I think of greatness. Hell yeah! If I got in my ita, you're gonna achieve greatness, I would be thinking, yo, man, my music career is gonna pop off. I'm gonna be the biggest thing since sliced bread. El Conquistador is gonna be the biggest name, headlining freaking Madison Square Garden. Those was my dreams, and I'm gonna be living nice. I'm gonna be the freaking Latino Drake or some shit. None of that panned out. But if we keep things in context, what do you think of someone from 1870s was, if they were told in their ita they're gonna achieve greatness? What's someone from friggin' the 1920s Cuba, black, poor, grandparents with slaves? How much greatness you think fame and fortune was on their mind if they were told that they were gonna achieve greatness? Well, shit, I would think maybe greatness for them was the same thing that's greatness for me in the modern time. A roof over your head, stability, a job, and 4 wheels and an engine. I guess for them, 4 wheels and a horse and a cart. So keep those things into perspective. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. When you think of greatness, what do you think of? And maybe in time, greatness has changed for you. Pero that's it. God bless you. Peace out.